Hi folks, Dancer here. I thought I'd do a quick review of the Zenesis that I received on Friday there. Now, I'd seen all the hype about these and being something special and blah blah blah, and obviously all the politics that went with it on some of the forums. So out of curiosity, when I seen a few weeks ago that there was the chance of getting one when the Zenesis went live in the States, I was lucky enough to bag one. I got up at, I think it was 4:30 in the morning to try and get on, so when it was launched, I managed to get one. So it arrived yesterday, and I'm going to give you my honest and opinion on it. Now, I did pay for it with more money, and it works out to about 190 UK pounds I paid for it, and obviously there was custom charges on top of that, so the actual unit price was delivered was 190 quid. Now, it comes in a nice box, nice aluminium case with a bag with your wicks pre-made, wire, Allen keys, spare magnets and whatnot, and the Zenesis itself is already pre-coiled, ready to go. Now the downside to trying this out was the 18650 batteries I have, Senebors, protected, don't fit. Well, they fit, but it's a bit scary getting them back out. Just no more fits, but the bottom cap doesn't screw right up. So that's just me down to not having the correct batteries. Finish wise, I mean, it's stainless steel, so what more do you expect? It is well machined, threads and things like that. It does weigh a hell of a bit. I mean, it'd make a cracking knuckle duster type ban on a night out if somebody was giving you some grief. They wouldn't be seeing stars, they'd be seeing smoke rings if you walloped them with this. So it's a hefty bit of kit. This is number 196. So aesthetically, yeah, it looks great. Hefty bit, as I say, hefty bit kit. But I do have a few issues with it. First of all is the button. Obviously it's a bit tight. I'm not used to a bottom, so that's down to obviously adjustment on the magnet spring. There's a screw for adjusting in here and whatnot, so obviously I need to play about with that. But something I did notice, and it was said that Zen checks over all the mods that he sends out, so they're absolutely perfect and flawless, as there's a scratch or a mark on this top cap here, which I don't think, I'll get this to focus in for you to see, just there round from the logo at the top, it's like a clamping mark where it's been put in a fixture when they've done the laser etching for the Zen symbol, and it's marked it. No doubt that'll come out with a bit Scotch-Brite or a bit polish or something, but I'm surprised that it's actually there, to be honest. Now when I tried it, because it's pre-made, what Tapa says, I'll give it a go. Again, I don't know if you'll see this, but obviously there is a hot spot at the top. It needs tweaked. The wires need moved across a bit on the centre post. Now this is a bit that really peeved me off, shall we say, as it does come with a bag with Allen keys and spare parts, spare washers, magnets, God only knows, I think it's washers. So I opened up the bag to get the Allen keys, two off. One is for the bottom post terminal, and the other one is for the centre post. But guess what? it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit, so I can't even adjust it because I'm not raking about my shed for an Allen key at this moment anyway, but it kind of pissed me off a bit. Now, something else I noticed was that after playing about with the Allen keys, they're minging, covered in oil. Christ, you'd think they would put Allen keys that aren't straight from a machine shop or whatever, or where to get some, yeah, you know what I mean. It's a simple thing, but it just really pissed me off. So, we'll give it a go based on, it's not exactly set up perfect, but we'll give it a blast the way it is. I mean, the vapour and whatnot, you get nice taste from it, from the vapour, but to me the air hole is just too big. I've compared it to the did, and I think it's at least 1.5 times the size of that. So the draw, when they say it's an airy draw, and people, a lot of people like an airy draw. I mean, there's airy draw and there's wind tunnel draw. For me, it's just too airy. Now I do know that he's got different caps you can get to obviously stiffen that up. But really, this was just a kind of first impression of it. I mean, it is a nice looking, mod. It's well made. It's hefty. Is it worth the money? Now, taking note that I'm planning on putting this up for sale because I really wanted out of curiosity rather than to own one as such. Is it worth the money? No, I don't believe it is, to be quite honest. There is some cracking stuff out there in comparison, and anybody that's new to the Genesis style, when you can get something like they did for, I think it was 65 quid or 70 quid, it's fantastic. And supposedly the Hellfire mods are even better than that. Then really, I don't think, for me anyway, it lives up to its hype. It's just, there's just wee niggles with it, and really if it's meant to be such a masterpiece, and he's spent all that time on engineering and this, getting this perfect and that perfect, I think he got it perfect for him, rather than, a mass-produced, perfect for everybody else. I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say. The glass tank side as well, obviously, that's been brought up that it can easily break. Now I've got a glass table here, I don't know if you can hear that. So this is getting placed carefully because it's either going to, if it was to tip over, it'd either break my glass table with the weight of it, or it's going to break the glass tank. But I do know that there's people on the Vape Pit forum got a plastic version of that, which I think would be, a better option, to be honest. Weight-wise, now I do like to take my mods to the pub, and I even take like some, double battery mod. I'll put that in my pocket. This is actually heavier than this. So if you do put it in your inside pocket, it's going to be, you're going to be like this walking up the road. And also it doesn't have a protected, a locking nut on the switch, which to me is a major, it's a major design flaw. Because I'm going to get oil over my face. I think it's a bit of a design flaw. But it is, it's a beautiful, if somebody wants, a beautiful stainless mod for their collection, and are willing to tweak about with it and change, improve on the spring and whatnot, then it's fantastic. But as I say, for the hassle to get one, I think I've been, it's, I've opened it, put it in, tried it. I've only puffed on it about 4 times and put it down again, and I'm right back to my did. To be honest, which I prefer. Fantastic. Now, this was my first Genesis that I purchased. I'd never used one before, and I managed to oxidise the wick, put the coil on it, fill it with juice within 5-10 minutes, and every time I've made this up, it works perfect. No hassle and no drama. My stomach gurgling there. That's the ruby from last night. I just feel disappointed or let down with that. I'll give it a go for a few more days and that, but there's just a few gripes with it. As I say, that Allen key was like brutal. Why on earth it doesn't fit? And something else that was brought up on the forums is that he designed this top section here to improve airflow, and it's not truly centre and whatnot, and it improves the way the vapour flows. It's a dome cap screw, and it might be slightly off set to one side, but we're talking maybe, well, I can't even see it. I'll have to get a micrometer out. If that makes any difference, God only knows. I really don't know. I don't believe for a minute it does, to be honest. But anyway, that's just my views on the Zenesis. Let's see what flat comes from it. But yeah, it's nice. It's great, the box and whatnot, and the thought of the pre-oxidised wicks, and comes with it all the bits and pieces and that. Yeah, fantastic. But for me, no, it's just not floating my boat. I don't know why. It's just, it's one of those things. So that's it, folks. I hope you kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to say, and well, happy vaping.